Welcome to episode 2 of VR Talk, your source for VR news, reviews, and more. This week, we've got Half-Life 2 in VR, we've got more Quest news, and a new pair of VR boots, and much more. My name's Scott, let's get into it. Let's start with some news about VR movement. A company called EctoVR announced a new pair of VR boots with motors in them to keep you in the same spot while walking or running. The device uses 5 trackers and 2 rotating discs on the bottom that adjust to the direction the player is walking in. It uses wheels on the bottom that pull your leg back as you walk forward, keeping you in place while moving around in VR. This device could be an awesome step in making VR movement more natural. However, this device is aimed at enterprise use only right now and is also probably very expensive from the look of it. But hopefully EctoVR keeps working on these types of devices and can get the size smaller and more affordable so more consumers can try them out in the future. I'm so excited for the future of VR treadmills and movement devices like this, and we'll cover any news on new and upcoming devices. As we know, Half-Life Alyx has been one of the best games to come to VR and has left everyone wanting more. Project 17 aims to do this. Project 17 is a Half-Life Alyx mod that allows players to play through the first chapter of Half-Life 2. The team behind Project 17 rebuilt the first chapter using assets from Half-Life Alyx as well as creating their own high-quality assets where needed. The trailer for this looks amazing, however there is no release date as of yet, and the team behind it has said that they will only release the game once it's ready for it. So I missed a few things last week from the Connect event that I think are rather important and worth talking about. First of which was John Carmack's unscripted live talk. The biggest thing here in my opinion was the talk of a possible Airlink in the future. Carmack talked about how Oculus right now doesn't have a wireless solution for PC game streaming, but that it is possible, as we all know, with the programs like Virtual Desktop and ALVR. He even used the name Airlink to describe this. However, Facebook has since stated that they think PC game streaming technology is not mature enough yet to justify bringing a feature like this out anytime soon. The product manager for the Quest 2 stated, "To be very honest with you, we still don't see the technology having matured to be the same as a wired experience, but we are cracking at it. When we can crack that, when we can make the wireless be no different than wired, we will get there." In what will probably be the biggest video game buyout for a long time, Microsoft bought ZeniMax for $7.5 billion. ZeniMax owns Bethesda, id Software, Arcane, and many other studios. This is huge news for Microsoft, but what does it mean for VR? Well, it's hard to say. Microsoft hasn't put support for VR in many of their games, but Bethesda and ZeniMax on the other hand have put out quite a few, including Doom, Elder Scrolls games, Fallout, and Wolfenstein. And now that they are owned by Microsoft, they will have even more funding, but it's still hard to say whether any new VR games are going to be coming out of this deal. All we can do is hope that Microsoft starts supporting VR more in the future. Quest and soon-to-be Quest 2 owners who have wanted to use SideQuest but don't have access to a computer or having some other issue not allowing them to sideload games and apps, a solution is coming for you. Facebook has announced that an update is coming to allow games not on the official store to be installed using URL links or keys that developers can give out that will then install on the Oculus app as if they were coming from the official store. This is great and will allow way more developers a way to get their games and apps onto the Quest quickly. This feature will be launching sometime next year, hopefully early on. Some Quest streaming improvements are coming in the next few weeks that'll make it easier for Quest streamers and YouTubers to record or stream their gameplay. Oculus is launching a new website that the Quest will be able to stream to on Chrome. This is big as right now it's been kind of a pain to do live streams using the Quest, but that should be fixed with this. On top of that, the Oculus app is going to add a third-person spectator view sometime next year, which could be an interesting way to watch people play games. The VR cover for the Oculus Quest 2 is available for pre-order now on the Oculus website. So anyone who hates the standard foam or wants something more comfortable and easier to clean, go pick one of these up. They are going for $29 and as of right now are still set to be shipped in October. Which brings me to the next topic. If you're wanting to get an Oculus Quest 2 for yourself or someone else this holiday season, you might want to consider pre-ordering now. The date for delivery on new pre-orders is getting pushed further and further into the year. The last time I checked, here in Canada, if you were to place a new pre-order today, it wouldn't arrive until November 10th, almost a month after the device launches. And as we get closer to the holiday season, I'm sure this date is going to be pushed back further and further into the year. So if you want to guarantee you get one in time for the holidays, maybe consider pre-ordering now. Alright, it's time for game news. Firstly, Solaris Off-World Combat has launched for all Oculus headsets. This game offers 4 vs 4 objective-based gameplay and feels a lot like Unreal Tournament and Quake. It takes teamwork to win in this game. I just played my first few matches before making this video, and it's a lot of fun so far. I'll be doing a full review of the game, which should be coming out on Monday or Tuesday, so stay tuned for that. Minecraft on PS4 got an update allowing PSvr use for free. This is great news for PSvr users who have been looking for something new to play. Make sure to check this one out. If you enjoy flying spaceships and exploring new worlds, we'll take a look at No Man's Sky, which just got a big update adding millions of new planets, buildings, creatures, volcanoes, changing weather systems, and way more. If you've never played No Man's Sky in VR, it seems now is the best time to give it a try, especially if you're a PC Game Pass subscriber, as it's included with that. I know I'll be diving into this sometime in the coming weeks. Let me know your thoughts on the update and No Man's Sky in general. It's been 4 years since Gnomes and Goblins first showed us its trailer, and the game is finally launched on Steam. The game looks beautiful, but only has about a 1 hour long story with an open world mode available as well. But to fully complete the game takes just about 4 hours. Gnomes and Goblins is $29.99 on Steam. Check it out if you're interested. Lastly, Frostpoint. The VR game coming from inXile goes into open beta next week, with a pretty good incentive on why you should sign up and play. If you join the beta, you can actually end up getting the full game for free. inXile will be giving away 3,000 copies of the game to the first 3,000 players to complete 10 matches. Frostpoint offers large 10 vs 10 battles, but also throws in an extra element to keep things fresh. During your battles on 4 large maps, you'll have to face not just other players, but monsters and CPUs as well. I can't wait to play this next week when the beta launches, and I hope to see you all in there too. That wraps it up for episode 2 of VR Talk, your weekly source of VR news, reviews, and more. If you liked what you saw, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to stay up to date on all VR news, and leave a comment with any questions you have. See you next time.